So I had to record this as soon as I could because it's still fresh in my mind. But last night, up to this morning, or I don't even know when it started, but I had the most intense dream of all time. Like, crazy. I was on, where is it, 7th and Temple. Some of you guys won't know that. But there's a church across the street from these like little stores. There's a donut shop. There's something else right here. And then a liquor store. And then a restaurant. And I'm waiting in front of the restaurant looking towards the church. And I'm waiting for my grandma and my great aunt to get out from church. But I think like they forgot something, right? So while I'm waiting, one of my old friends like appears out of nowhere, and I guess she's waiting with me or something. And while that's happening, church is ending. So these people are coming out of the church, and like it's a big group of people, you know? And it is like really, really big. And so through the crowd of people, I see my grandma leaving the front of the church and going around back, because she usually likes to sit like in the little side room of the church. It's weird. But she disappears off into the side of the church. And I'm thinking like, well, what is she doing going to the side of the church, you know? And I'm standing there with my friend, and then like a big group of people just start coming this way, like on the sidewalk. And these are people that I know. Like one of them was this girl I knew in high school. Her name was Erica. Another guy, his name is Giovanni, and he was like a family friend. I don't know if he still is, but whatever, right? And then like my friend, I don't know how, but she was next to me. And these people like start like basically just circling, right? Like they build a circle around me. And I don't know what's up with that. But like they're like getting closer and closer. But like in a way where it just seems like natural, you know, like because it's getting crowded. And so I look, and it's no longer my friend right next to me. It's some weirdo, and I'm like, oops, sorry. And then I think she's like right in front of me, because she comes back again. She tells me, hey, what happened? And I tell her, oh, this person I thought was you. And then she like goes behind me and around me, and I think she's in front of me, next to me on this side. And it turns out it's somebody else as well. But that person sort of also looked familiar. So then I'm like trying to get out of the crowd, and we go to the alley in the back of the restaurant, and the people are just like scattering around, right? And like, I guess we just come up with the idea to go get my grandma from the church. But then, like, these people, they start acting weird. Like, the whole group of people, I guess, that left the church, because now, like, everybody's, like, sort of, like, in a zombie state, I guess. I mean, they aren't zombies, but they're, like, literally, in the dream, they're, like walking really slow, and it's creepy almost. And then we're going that way towards the church. We get halfway through the street, and like they start sort of moving like if they're gonna dance or something, and I'm thinking, whoa, this is cool, they're probably gonna do the Thriller or something, right? But then the church bell, like, it rings, or like there's an alarm that rings and it sounds like a bell, and they all start sort of like shifting, you know? It's kind of weird. And so every time the bell rings, they move quicker. Like, if it stops, then they don't move. But when it rings, they start moving. Like, if I don't know, like they're playing tag, but they're not biting or anything. They're just like trying to touch you. So then my friend gets caught, and then somehow, like, it's weird. Like, the dream starts to become its own thing, because the street that the street that's going this way, called Temple, it like sort of like narrows in, and so it's more like just this like weird kind of hallway street. So now like the people are going this way, but they don't even notice me at first, and they're like, some of them do look at me, but they don't do anything. And I'm walking through, and I'm almost out, and the bell starts to ring, but I know some of them like touched me, you know? So like, I don't know, because in tag, once you're it, right? But then I just keep running, but they still keep coming after me, and like, if it was tag, then I would have been it, right? But the weird thing is, like, I'm not really me in the dream either. I'm like this, I don't know, like this really young version of something. Because at first I thought I was like my nephew, because I felt pretty like young and little, like I was a kid or something, right? But then I go off to the right, and somehow I'm in this parking lot, which isn't anywhere here. And I'm getting through the parking lot, and they're trying to get me. And for whatever reason, this area of the parking lot is like clouded. Like, you can't see anything at all. Like, I had a hard time looking through it, and I can hear them in the fog, and they're like trying to get me, because I can hear them hitting the cars, and I can hear them like sort of climbing on top of them. And I'm trying to hide, and I'm trying to run, and then like once I get out the parking lot, everything is clear. Like, you know, like it's back to normal. So then I'm like on a regular sidewalk street, and there's this tree that I go up and I climb. But when I go up on the tree, I don't like sit on a branch, or I don't like, you know, try and like hug the tree. Instead, I wrap my legs around like the bigger part of the tree, like the not the trunk, but the whole body of the tree itself, right? I wrap my legs around it and I lay back, so I'm facing the sky, and I lay my head on some branches. And so I'm like probably like 15, maybe 15 feet in the air. Not in the air, but in the tree. And so like I start hearing something down below, and I look down at the sidewalk, and there's this lady, but she's not playing the game. She's wondering why I'm up in the tree, and I guess she's trying to help me, because she's like telling me to come down or something, that it'll be okay. But then, oh my god, this little boy and this woman, they come out of like the parking lot, I guess, or from down the street. I don't even know where they came from, but they are playing this game. And so because the lady noticed me, they noticed me too. And she's thinking, like, they're just normal people. And so when they notice me, they don't act weird at first. But then they sort of start attacking the lady, and I feel bad, so I have to come down the tree. But I won't give myself up. So then what happens is, like, I don't even know how I did it, but one of the larger branches, like, I bring it down with me and it lands on the lady, and it distracts the kid and the lady. And I don't even know what happened to the lady that was trying to help me, to be honest, because I don't remember seeing her after that. But I start running, and I run in between these houses, and I'm running over these fences, and on top of the fences, like, I'm, like, I don't know, like, they all have this one wall that connects them, right? They're not, like, divided or anything, so I'm running, like, I'm jumping from the fence, and I'm also running with the wall that's connecting them. And I run through, like, this alleyway, and then through this backyard, and another backyard, and I'm, like, really running, like, I feel it inside me, like, my chest is, like, beating, I'm, like, sweating, like, I'm scared, I'm wondering why these people are coming after me, you know? And in my head, I'm telling myself, it's just a game of tag, you know, like, they're trying to have fun with me. But then, my big mistake, I get to this park, and I'm in the playground area, so there's sand everywhere. And then the big, like, structures of the little play things, whatever, right? And I'm, like, sort of, like, crawling through the sand, trying to look for water, because I realize I'm thirsty. And so I look, like, all over, and this isn't either, this is not part of this reality, this is part of the dream reality. So then, like, I'm, like, basically scoping out to see where a water fountain is at. And I see there's one, like, that way, and there's one that way. But they're both pretty far away, right? And then I go towards that one slowly, but then I notice the little boy is there again, and I see his mom walking ahead of him. And I'm like, damn. And, like, he stops halfway, because I think he was gonna follow her. But then he turns around, and I know he knows that I'm there, right? And so, from that side, like the sidewalk, I see someone coming, and I realize it's not a normal someone. So then I try to go that way, and there's more people coming into the park, like 2 or 3 of them, but they're already, like, right there, like maybe 20 feet away from me. So then I turn back around from where I came, and then I realize I see, like, this really big, like, plaything. I don't even know what it's called, to be honest. It's like, you know, those kid things, like, with the slide and the monkey bars and all that, but this one is, like, 30 feet tall, I'm pretty sure. And it was really big, and in my head I'm thinking, like, I should get on that, right? That could save me. But then I just keep, like, crawling through the sand, and then I book it, and I go back from the place that I had came out from. But then I try and make, like, a right, and this guy, he's, like, right behind me, like, he's not giving up, he's trying to get me. And I'm, like, running as fast as I can, jumping from fence to fence. But, like, I turn around and he's, like, right there, like, literally right behind me. But his face isn't like, oh, I'm gonna get you, you know, like, ha ha ha, you're gonna be it. His face is like serious, like he's angry too or something. And I'm trying to run. And then, like, right as I know that he's like almost right behind me, I wake up and I'm like, nope. Ugh. It was the most, like, it was too intense. The game was real, guys. And I don't even know if that was a game, whatever it was, they were coming after me. And I know I wasn't, like, human or anything. But they were really trying to come after me. It was crazy, like, it was too serious for a game of tag. And I don't even know what happened to my grandma. Like, she just disappeared into that church. Or my great aunt, for that. Or any of the friend that I had. I don't know what happened to her. I know she got tagged, but I didn't see her after. But I literally woke up, like, tense, like if I was, like, holding my breath to wake up. And it was crazy. Like, crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to record this stream somehow. And usually writing it down doesn't help. So, saying it probably will. Just in case I go back into that dream. Because, I don't know, I have weird dreams where, like, I go back to these places that I've never been to. But, yeah. And, another dream that I had was, well, I don't know how to explain it, but there was, like, it's not a strip mall, but, like, you know how some streets have this, like, wide area? And then it leads, like, to, like, another part. I don't even know what to call it. But I know there was cars parked there. So maybe it was, like, a parking lot or something. But the way everything was, it didn't, like, look right, you know? And there was, like, these 4 little shops. But they were, like, it all looked like in an alley. And I had wanted to go to the one at the end, right? But then I see the second one, and I go into it. And they have all these crystals in there. They have, like, all these things in there. And I'm talking to this person, and I get a crystal. And I just don't know, like, why I keep dreaming about a place like that. Like, I've never been there, but I don't know, like, I know I've seen it in another dream. But yeah, dreams are crazy. They're intense. I don't know what my mind is going through or what it's thinking about. But good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. And